Okay, before you start with this, make sure you've watched my simplifying lucid dreaming video. With the previous video in mind, we're going to start by resetting the foundations. By resetting the foundations, I want a new end goal to be locked in. The end goal not being just lucid dream mastery, but also lucid living mastery. Don't be scared off by the lucid living term. I know it sounds sort of new agey, but it ain't. Lucid living is just when you transfer the heightened awareness you experience in a lucid dream back into waking life with you. It's also when you merge lucid dream enhancing techniques with waking life enhancing techniques. An example of this is improving your dream recall through improving your waking life recall. So let's start by looking at that. Now, most people improve their dream recall simply through logging their dreams each morning. The more they log, the more they remember. But let's presume you're one of the people that fall at the first hurdle. Let's presume you have no dream recall whatsoever. First off, let me say, don't worry, we can fix this. And this is how we're going to do it. Take your dream journal and flip to the back of it. There's going to be two sections in this journal from now on. A dream life section and a waking life section. So grab a pen and in the back write waking life recall and put today's date. Then sit comfortably, take a deep breath, center yourself, and close your eyes to help you visualize. This following exercise is going to enable you to recall all the way back to the very earliest of your waking life memories. So, with your eyes closed, ask yourself the following questions. Where am I physically located? What have I been doing recently? Why have I been doing it? What is my next life milestone? Who am I? And how would I sum myself up? Once you've answered these questions in your mind, open your eyes and jot down the answers in the waking life section of your dream journal. So, as an example, I'd write down, I'm presently volunteering on an organic farm in the States. Recently, I've been making YouTube videos again and prepping the garden for spring. I've been doing this because it brings meaning to my life. My next life milestone is to set up my own organic farm and to live off the grid. I'm Rhys Jones. I'm a lucid liver. Okay, simple. So, once you've jotted all that down, close your eyes again and ask yourself one more question. How did I get to this point in my waking life? This question should apply broadly to all the previous ones. And when you ask yourself this, I want you to answer in a fairly literal fashion. As in, what was the previous link in my life chain? What was the catalyst that brought me to this point in my waking life? It could have been an event, a person, whatever. So I'd answer, I am at this point in my waking life because I got sick of city living. Naturally, this links me back to the previous point in my life when I was still city living. So you jot down the answer and you ask yourself the next logical question in line that will bring you further back in your recall. So in my case, I'd ask, why did I get sick of city living? And I'd answer, I got sick of city living because I went my entire life feeling as if something was missing. Okay, so let's keep this going. What was the catalyst that led me to this realisation about city living? Researching alternative ways of living and expanding my friend network. What enabled me to do this? The YouTube community. What originally inspired me to join the community? A YouTuber called Ian Crossland. As you can see, after just a few questions, I've already travelled back about 6 years in my recall. This is a really clever technique because the recall is just happening naturally from one question to the next. And you just keep on doing this, tracing back with questions until you arrive at your earliest memory. Remember, as you're doing this, keep on jotting down the recollections. And of course, always ask the question that's most likely to bring you further back in your recall. So let's follow this a bit further. How was I able to view Ian Crossland? I had a computer. How could I afford the computer? I'd been selling stuff on eBay. What inspired me to do that? My dad was doing the same thing. With just a few more questions, I've jumped back another few years. Keep going. Why was my dad doing it? Because he was sick of the 9-to-5 grind and wanted to work from home. Who inspired him to live like that? His new wife, Annie. When did he meet Annie? A few years before him and my mum split. How old was I when they split? 6. Okay, another few questions and I'm back nearly 2 decades now. I'll stop here, but you get the idea. Keep on tracing back and aim for the earliest possible memory. Once you've finished, you should have a rough outline of your entire life jotted down. Now, you might be thinking, this is all well and good, but there are huge chunks of my life missing in this recounting. Well, yes, but that's fine. That's the way it's supposed to be. All this is supposed to do is give you a framework. From here, you can fill in the blanks to the best of your ability. This should be a lot easier now you've got the basic outline in place. It doesn't matter where you start filling in the blanks, just choose a link in the chain, close your eyes, and visualise that point in your life. Expand on the memories you've already vaguely set out. Don't worry if you can't remember too many specifics straight away, just set aside 10 minutes a day and keep on practicing. Also, whenever you can, try and recall dream-related memories. As in, ask yourself, during this period, can I recall any memorable dreams? Any recurring ones? How many hours a night did I sleep on average? Did I have a lucid dream? If so, how often? And remember, every time you lock down recall, open your eyes again and jot down the memories in the same way you jot down your dreams. Keep on flexing your brain muscles like this and it will set the ground for better dream recall. Although this alone won't necessarily be the miracle cure you're looking for. It may be, but if not, don't worry. We'll talk through some other methods in future videos. And make sure not to rush this. This should be something you do over the following days, weeks, months. Not something you force out in one sitting. So start practicing, and when I return we'll continue discussing the many facets of recall. Until then, let me know how the technique works for you, and if you need any additional guidance, just ask.